the Daytona 500. In that tent, drivers talking about what's going to happen in the 2008 season here at Daytona. We got our elbows sharpened, on our way to the front, found a good story. Michael Waltrip, last year, the low point of his career. 20 years in the business. This year, he's back.
I've always been a big fan, and my daddy taught me this, undersell and over-deliver. That's what you want to do. Say, watch us, we're going to be okay, but not sure, and then go out there and knock it out. And last year, because of my confidence in Toyota and just ignorance, I think, thinking that we could pull this all together, I oversold and under-delivered. So we need to change that paradigm. We need to go out there and get on the track and show people who we are now, and then we can sell sponsorship on that car. But we had to leave here thinking, cool, all three in, good job. But when we got to California and Vegas and on down the road, it wasn't two or three races into the season, I raised my hand and I told the folks at Toyota at TRD, I said, we aren't supported properly. I don't like the way we're heading. I don't like our direction. We were 3 one-car teams. We weren't one 3-car team. That was our fault. So we had problems at MWR. I think the way Toyota had originally set up supporting their cars was flawed somewhat. They got their stuff together, and as the year went forward, we improved our product, we got better and better. But still, when you think of MWR, you probably think about, well, they didn't do very well last year. We have to change that thinking, and that's how we will get sponsorship. And then Gibbs coming in, that tightened the whole Toyota piece right up. I mean, Gibbs had cars, put them on the dyno, put them in the wind tunnel. They just won races. They just raced for a championship. That's what our cars have to be like. People will say, well, why would they help y'all, and y'all can't help them? But we've hired some smart people, and when we've kept our core group together. Bobby Kennedy's been there. He's a good nuts and bolts, logistics, pulling things together and putting them on the road kind of guy. He didn't have any engineering help to speak of a year ago. Now he has Dr. Eric Warren kind of running that ship. So it's just I can't tell you how different it is. And we have Ronnie Crooks, who's been a Gibbs employee for 100 years. He's partnered with us. He's at our shop. He's helping us with shock and spring development. So we're doing a bunch of fun things that makes me very optimistic about 08. It's funny, like a year ago, I sat here and I was telling y'all how cool it was all going to be, and I'm in it, but I was wrong. But now, year forward as a car owner, I see how much different we are, and I can sit here again with confidence and tell you how cool it's going to be, and it's based on fact, not based on somebody that 100% didn't know what he was talking about. You know, I've won this race, and when it's over, and you know you're celebrating, and your team, and it's such a wonderful feeling. And then, you know, I've got out of my car and not won, and nobody even cares. You just go home. I mean, you can't imagine the difference between the two as far as your mind. You're going, well, darn, I ran pretty good. Where's everybody at? You know, and it's different. And so, to me, winning it again would be the greatest feeling in the whole world, because it's what our sport's all about. I've been coming here since 1978 to watch my brother race. This is my 20th year I've been here. I've raced in this race for 78. That's 30 years.
30 years.
I'm getting old. I've raced in this race for 20-some years. So, you know, it's huge to be here. It's the whole world is watching, and you know, you stand there holding that trophy and reflect on who all stood there before you. It's humbling, and it's just the best. I love it.
You've seen a lot of Daytona 500s. The last 20 laps of the Daytona 500, is it the same this year as it was last year, as it was the year before? What you need to do to win, assuming you have the car to win, or does it change every year?
Every race is circumstantial. If there's a caution with 20 to go, it's going to be the wildest, craziest thing you ever saw in your whole life. When Dale Jr. won it in 04, no caution, he and Tony rode home. No drama, unless you're Dale and Tony, and then there's all kinds of drama. But it all depends on the caution flag, when it falls, how that affects the end of the race. Is it going to be a run to the checker on gas, or is there going to be a caution that makes it be a bunched up pack at the end? and whatever the circumstances are that lead to the finish of the race will dictate what you have to do to win it.
Can you win it?
Heck yeah, I feel real confident I can. When we drafted testing down here, we were as good as anybody. I know Tony will be up front, and he and I always draft real good together. Our car is as fast as his. That means we'll have a chance to make some noise. And it's easy for me to sit here and say this, but on Saturday night, I think you'll see our cars are real good.
2007, bad year for Michael. 2008 should be a lot better.
And a lot of things contributed to the difficulty of it, but mainly just so much invested in the team, both financially, but mainly emotionally, and then see it almost all crumble and all go bad in a hurry was I mean, I never will forget I never will forget a year ago this coming Sunday when I woke up. I was so proud of our cars. We had a pretty decent day on Saturday in practice. We were poised to go try to make our first race in the Daytona 500. I even colored my hair. I mean, I took a shower. I used Just for Men. I shaved. I looked as good as I could. And I never will forget getting that phone call saying we got something in our gas tank. And I said, well, there must be a mistake. You know, there must be a reason. And every day that went by, I thought there was a reason. You know, it would become clear that there was a reason why this happened, and we did not deliberately do what ultimately we found out we did deliberately do. So all that was very, very trying. And that was the low point. But then Thursday, when I got in the car, hadn't been in, and raced my way to the front and made the 500, that put all that behind me. I was like, I told y'all I didn't have to do anything like that, and I didn't. The low point was missing those races. You know, just week after week of trying and failing and trying and failing and seeing my other cars running poorly. That was the hardest part. And the only thing that really got me through it was a couple of trips to Atlanta to tell Napa, what do you want me to do? I'll do whatever you say. And they said, we want you to keep trying. We think you can do it. We think that this is just part of our of us getting to where we're going. And if it weren't for them, I guess we would have went out of business, because they had every reason to say we're done. And if they had said that, I don't know what I'd be doing right now. They would say we're probably going to go out of business on this day. And I'm like, no, it won't. It'll work. We'll figure out something between now and then. And so there were times when I didn't know for sure if I believed that, but I never gave up. And it's like I said, it was February when I told Toyota that we needed to redefine their support of our team, and then it was April when I told Buffy that we couldn't do this alone. We needed some help, and Toyota helped redefine how they help our team. Our cars got better. We met Mr. Kaufman. He invested in our team and made us more solid financially, and it slowly began to turn and head in the right direction.
Mike Mulhern for the Winston-Salem Journal. Journal now.